Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to solve a case study based question from Arithmetic Progressions chapter which had appeared in CBSE Board Exam 2025 for Mathematics Standard Paper. Now this question has 3 sub-questions. The first and the second sub-questions are for 1 mark and the third sub-question is of 2 marks and it has an OR question as well. That is, either you can attempt the first question or the second one. So let us start with the first question now. To inculcate the good habit of savings in her children, Reema brought a piggy bank and after putting a ₹10 coin in it, she handed it over to her daughter Amisha and asked as to put money in it from her pocket money at the beginning of every week. Amisha put 2 10-rupee coins at the beginning of next, that is second week, and in this way increases her savings by 1 ₹10 coin every week. Based on the above, answer the following questions. How many coins were added in the piggy bank at the beginning of 5th week? So let us try to understand the question first. So Reema wanted to teach her children good habit of savings, that is saving money. So she brought a piggy bank and she put in that piggy bank 1 ₹10 coin and then she handed it over to her daughter Amisha and she asked her to save money in that piggy bank. So in the first week, Reema had put 1 ₹10 coin in the piggy bank. Now Amisha put 2 10-rupee coins at the beginning of the second week. So in the second week, Amisha is going to add 2 10 rupees coins. So here now she is going to add 2 coins in the second week. Now likewise she is going to add 1 more coin at the beginning of every week. So in the third week she is going to add 3 more coins in this piggy bank and it goes on. So here we need to find out how many coins were added in the piggy bank at the beginning of 5th week. So let us generate the sequence first for the number of coins added each week. So the sequence is, in the first week 1 coin was added by Reema. In the second week 2 coins were added by Amisha. In the beginning of third week 3 coins were added by Amisha and it goes on. So the first term of the sequence now becomes 1. Common difference is going to be the second term minus the first term. So 2 minus 1 gives us 1. Now we have to find out how many coins were added at the beginning of 5th week. So n is going to be 5 and we need to find out A5. So for this we are going to make use of nth term of an AP formula, which is given as an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 times d. So a1 value is 1 plus n is equal to 5. So 5 minus 1 times the common difference is 1. Now simplifying this further, we get 1 plus 5 minus 1 is 4 times 1. So 1 plus 4 times 1 gives us 4. So 1 plus 4 gives us 5. So 5 coins were added at the beginning of 5th week. This is going to be our answer. Now let us move on to the next question. How many ₹10 coins will be there in the piggy bank after the end of 7 weeks? So here let us consider the sequence first. So the sequence of number of coins added each week was 1, 2, 3. Now we have to find out total how many coins were added by the end of 7 weeks. So basically we have to add all these number of coins till the 7th week. And since we need to find out the total number of coins, we are going to make use of sum of n terms of an AP formula, which is given as Sn is equal to n over 2 times 2a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Now from the sequence generated, the first term of the sequence is 1. The common difference is going to be 1. And since we need to find out total number of coins by the end of 7 weeks, n is going to be equal to 7. Now let us plug in all these values in this formula. So now n becomes 7. So S7 is equal to 7 over 2 times. Now in place of a1 we have written 1 plus 7 minus 1 times the common difference is 1. Now simplifying this we get 7 over 2 times. Now 2 times 1 is 2 plus 7 minus 1 is 6 times 1. Now further simplifying this we get 7 over 2 times 2 plus 6 times 1 is 6. So 2 plus 6 gives us 8. Now here 2 divides 8, that is 2 1 times is 2 and 2 4 times is 8, giving us the total number of coins added to the piggy bank by the end of 7 weeks as 7 times 4, that is 28 coins. So this is going to be our answer. Now let us move on to the next question. If the piggy bank can hold a maximum of 300 rupees 10 coins, after how many weeks it would be full? So here it is mentioned that the piggy bank can hold maximum of 300 coins. So we need to find out after how many weeks, that is what will be the value of n, because n represents here the number of weeks, will the piggy bank be full. So let us start by writing the sequence first. So here the number of coins added each week, the sequence was 1, 2, 3 and so on. And since the maximum number of coins that can be held up by the piggy bank is given as 300, so Sn is going to be equal to 300, that is total number of coins will be equal to 300. And from the sequence, the first term of the sequence is 1, the common difference is 1, and n represents the number of weeks, that is what we need to find out over here. So since the sum of n terms of an AP is given over here, we are going to use its formula, that is Sn is equal to n over 2 times 2a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Now Sn is given as 300, that is maximum of 300 coins. So we have written here 300 is equal to n over 2 times a1 is 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference is 1. Now in the next step, we have taken 2 on the other side of equal to sign, so that it multiplies with 300. So 2 multiplied with 300 gives us 600 is equal to n times 2 times 1 is 2 plus n minus 1 times 1 gives us n minus 1. Now let us simplify this equation. So 600 is equal to n times, now 2 minus 1 gives us 1. So this bracket simplifies as n plus 1. Now in the next step, we have expanded the bracket, that is n times n gives us n square and n times plus 1 gives us plus n is equal to 600. Now in the next step, we have taken 600 on the left hand side. So the equation now becomes n square plus n minus 600 equal to 0. Now we have to factorize this equation and find out two factors of negative 600 in such a way that when you multiply those two factors, you should get negative 600, and when you add them or subtract them, it should give you positive 1n. So the factors here we have used are positive 25 and negative 24, because when you multiply these two numbers, it gives you negative 600, and when you subtract them, you get positive 1. So here we have factorized this equation and written it as n square plus positive n is being split up in terms of its factors, that is positive 25n minus 24n minus 600 equal to 0. Now we are going to group the terms. We are going to group the first two terms and we are going to group the last two terms. Now from the first group, n is a common factor, so we have taken it out and inside the bracket remains n plus 25. And from the second group, negative 24 is a common factor, so we have taken it out and inside the bracket remains n plus 25 equal to 0. Now here n plus 25 is a common factor, so we have taken it out and the second factor becomes n minus 24 and both the factors will be equal to 0. Now equating each of these factors equal to 0, we get n minus 24 equal to 0 and n plus 25 equal to 0. Now taking negative on the other side of equal to sign, we get the value of n is equal to 24, and similarly taking 25 on the other side of equal to sign, we get the value of n as negative 25. Now remember, n represents the number of weeks, so it cannot be a negative value. So we are going to discard negative 25. So here the value of n is going to be 24 weeks. So here we have written the piggy bank will be full in 24 weeks. So this is going to be our answer. Now let us move on to the next question. Find the total amount of money in the piggy bank at the end of 20 weeks. So now in this case we have to find out the total amount, that is total money collected in the piggy bank at the end of 20 weeks. So now we have to generate the sequence in terms of the money collected every week. So in the first week, since one coin was added of rupees 10, the amount in the piggy bank was rupees 10. Now in the second week, Amisha added 2 10 rupees coins. So the amount in the second week was 20 rupees. In the third week, it was going to be 30 rupees and so on. So now the first term of the sequence becomes rupees 10. The common difference is going to be the second term minus the first term. So 20 minus 10 gives us 10. Now since we need to find out the total amount of money collected at the end of 20 weeks, n is going to be 20. And we need to find out Sn, that is S 20. So here we are going to make use of sum of n terms of an AP formula. So let us plug in all these values in this formula now. So S20 is equal to, n is going to be 20 now. So 20 over 2 times now A1 value is 10 plus 20 minus 1 times the common difference is 10. Now here 2 divides 20. So 2 1 times is 2 and 2 10 times is 20. So this equation simplifies as 10 times 2 times 10 is 20 plus 20 minus 1 is 19 times 10. So this further simplifies as 10 times 20 plus 19 times 10 is 190. So 20 plus 190 gives us 210 and 10 times 210 gives us 2100 rupees. So by the end of 20th week, the total amount collected in the piggy bank by Amisha is rupees 2100. So this is our answer. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked the video. And if you found this video useful, then check out this playlist where you'll find more examples of this kind. And if you're liking my videos, like, share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.